Hey guys, Levy Freeman here. Today we're continuing Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich mod game here as Business Plot USA. So this is actually a save scum. I did pick this run up a bit earlier today, and we started getting events about whether or not we should start trying to cover up the plot. And I decided to pick the ones that would I wanted to see if there would be like a counter coup, maybe get a different military junta in charge or something like Smedley Butler. All that happens if you fail to cover up the plot, you get Earl Kemplong, Huey's brother, and it puts you right back on the Huey Long democracy path. Except that now you have Huey Long's brother who gives you -5% stability. So it's that pretty much sucks. Don't do that. Like if you want to play Huey Long's path, just stick with Huey Long, and you want to make sure you pick the decisions to cover up the business plot. So now you guys know. The counter coup option just puts you back on the Huey Long path. You don't get like a special tree or anything for it. It's like that's a bit anticlimactic. So I figured we'd just go and like play the actual business plot. I think that's what someone asked for, anyways. I just wanted to check for myself to see if there would be a counter coup. So we're doing use the FBI. And that'll get us on the path to start fighting. We need 3 focuses before we're able to actually fight those terrorists. But now that I think about it, like I think that's probably a mistake, and probably what we want to do well, rebuilding the country would be good, and then this will let us I think start reconstruction, right? Begin reconstruction is down here. You know, it's actually about the same. Yes, we'll go use the FBI and we'll do purge dissidents, and then we'll come down over here and we'll get ourselves on the begin reconstruction path. And then for like our other paths over here, we have an option. You can either enter the fray or we can do Manifest Destiny. You can't do Fortress America as a business plot. So of the 2 options, like I think we could probably win the Wall Creek pretty easily for whoever side that we join over there. I am pretty pissed off that the Canadians supported the feds and legation cities wouldn't give us our rights back, so we might have to go deal with them. So maybe Manifest Destiny is what we want. We'll go like America versus the world. And try and take the legations. We can take back Japan. And I guess not take back Japan, but we can take back the Philippines. Punish Japan and so on and so forth. So I think that's the path we're going to go on. We are going to take a war propaganda decision, which will help us get our war support up so we can start doing our economy law, which we will need. Our logistics are pretty good for everything. We're still building tanks. Need some trades though. Rubbers we can get from Brazil. Tungsten I guess we can get from Grand Peru. We need convoys for that. We got cast, we got planes, so we need to start building more rifles. I think our research was coming along quite nice for that rifle as well. We've got the Colt manufacturer for that. We probably would like to get our next fighter too as well. And if we're going to go fight in the Pacific, we're going to need a Navy. And we only have 3 research slots, so it's like we need a lot of stuff. We need a lot of stuff. Like our Navy's not terrible, but it's also not great. It's also not great. Do you want to build dockyards even? We only have Well Creek, a cruiser hull. I thought we had improved. Yeah, we do. Well, we'll leave that for later. We'll leave that for later. We might have to start doing some Navy focuses, or we have a lot of naval experience though. Do we have any subs? No, we don't. I don't think so. Remember these guys over here? Let's have them exercise. Might want to get ourselves like some, I don't know, some line cruisers or something. Do you want to keep the medium battery? Yeah, probably not. I think we have too many capitals already. I don't know if that's worth it. So one of those. We'll start building ourselves up some cruisers and an actual fighting ship. It's a lot of motorized. Drop down to 2. Oh, we might need a lot of motor. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Capital of America, I'll just put that in Washington. Keep up appearances, so let's train ourselves up some more infantry as well. I should have probably converted before the Civil War ended. I probably should have just converted all the guys over to the regular infantry template. Japan seizes motor companies. With the nation in turmoil, Japan has seized control of several American motor companies operating there. The Civil War has caused many of the companies to lose contact with the parent companies, and they have been struggling to get parts for their assembly lines. This made it rather easy for the Japanese to seize control of them under the pretense of assistance. Well, it's clearly an illegal act. We are in no position to do anything more than send a strongly worded letter to them. Strongly worded indeed. All the more reason to go fuck up Japan. So if we are going to war with the Entente, it might be in our best interest to make sure that there's less Entente guys around. So we might want to spend the princely fed some volunteers. I also want to think about farming in general. Although that's going to be pretty tough. One division. Alright. Let's work up building up our intelligence agency as well too. I don't even know if we'll need the intelligence to beat Canada and Mexico. We might just want to start working on Japan. We need 15% for early mode, but I think 25% for here, yeah. Hood A1. It's probably fine. It's cleared on the Kunming national government, huh? Maybe we should help out Kunming. Or some more Japanese guys we kill, the less we'll have to deal with. We invade them. So I did notice we have a bunch of guys over here that, like, this person can get, like, adaptable. Unfortunately, they already have an infantry leader, which kind of sucks. And, like, we have a couple guys that could get bridges. I think it might just be worth it just to have adaptable, though. Tying up loose ends. Weaving spiders are the many members of the press that continue their fruitless search for Huey Long. Though the FBI has made the best public display of effort possible, there persists some underground press who do not believe Syndicalists did the deed. Most pamphlets on this are published anonymously. The FBI have traced their origins and surprisingly found them to be coming from both the left and the right, politically speaking. These conspiracy theorists, as we call them, could destabilize our new government if they continued with their publications. We'll do whatever it takes to silence them. We've already disappeared Huey Long, you know, like what's a little bit more? It's a little bit more. And the press is really the enemy of the people anyways, right? They're always trying to destabilize you by talking shit about your government and stuff. Bunch of dicks. So wait, we're not at war with the Dominion of India. They're only at war with Bahradia. Well, helping them is still probably in our best interests. They go to war eventually, we can come back and help them out later there too. There's also some bridges. Those bastards. Yeah, fortunately, these guys aren't like ideal tank commanders, but adaptable and bridges are pretty good. I think we have double urban assaulter on these guys too, so. Yeah, Quebec conscription crisis. It's unfortunate for Eddie. NAACP declares the government illegitimate. In the wake of the devastating Civil War, the future of African American rights fought so long for, is again threatened. Initial assurances of civil protection by Huey Long kept many from the streets as socialists and federalists roiled. There were even planned meetings in New York City for Huey Long to directly address civil rights concerns before that fateful day. Now with Huey Long gone, all illusions of safety are dead. Walter Francis White, along with several high-ranking members of the NAACP, have declared the new America illegitimate. Many of them are now preparing to emigrate to Canada and to other countries, as Marcus Garvey did and so many others did during slavery. So be it. Every girl a queen. The most delicate part of the business plot is upon us. It appears Huey Long's will dictates that, in the event of his injury or incapacitation, his wife Rose Long was to take his post. Many die-hard Long followers have come to Washington demanding Rose occupy the presidential mansion until Huey Long be found. They amount with an equal number of former Federalists who insist Huey Long's running mate, William Lemke, is the constitutionally correct president. Siding with the Constitution as their best defense is perhaps a more prudent path, though it could also be seen as an insult to Huey Long's widow and inflame the anger of the public even further. We will make a public show of sympathy for Rose Long. It's in Nicholas Bonk. Blue side pills, get the invisible link. We're also pretty close to Trickster on this leader as well. Ourselves up with some bridges. Japan is removed from the Legation Council. That's interesting. So it might be cleaner for us if the Syndicalists win in the Wall Creek too. Because then the only one guaranteeing legation cities, I think, would be Japan. Or not Japan, the Entente. Yeah. So we have that. Let's start working on, like, we need to start building, like, better shit. So, let's get the Air Cobra. The 22nd Amendment. The committee is in agreement on the future of the 17th Amendment. The amendment that forced direct election on senators, passed under Wilson in his vain populist bid to promote insurgent democracy over our Republican system of government. The 22nd Amendment will ensure that this unneeded alteration to our system is repaired and Congress will again be represented in the way the Founding Fathers intended. As our Founding Fathers intended. I don't know. Did they intend it that way? I do not know. The lag there. The War Powers Committee versus Congress. A meeting today between the War Powers Committee and several congressmen friendly to our cause is held to address the future of representation in the presidential cabinet. I fear that the political spotlight of the War Powers Committee is under by holding cabinet positions as two possible solutions. First is coordinate with Congress in order to push through a law to recognize the presidential cabinet to officially become the War Powers Committee. The second is to appoint several of our loyalist politicians from Congress to appease prying eyes and keep the stability of our new American Republic needs. The latter comes at a great political cost and will weaken our position, though certainly goes a long way towards obscuring our intentions. We want to lose these guys. What do we get here? Who is Stephen Albion Day? What are we going to get? These guys are actually, like, pretty good, though. Well, we'll try and keep our coup secure, though. We keep Henry Ford, though. That's nice. Like a political power game. That's, well, consumer goods factories is like, okay, I guess. -3% is a lot of consumer goods, even though it does hurt our production efficiency. Resource gain efficiency. So we actually get quite a good consumer goods reduction from that. So, I don't know, that's not too bad. We get to keep Henry Ford's military construction speed buff. Let's take Calcutta. It's that, we'll do purge dissidents. Yeah, let's convert those tanks. Do tank 2. We're gonna start working on cryptology. Looks like there's not going to be more there anytime soon. Fortunate. What's our rifle situation like? We got 10 factories on it now. Let's just make new rifles. We might as well upgrade our rifle too while we're at it. Go up again too, press the move. But no one wears a crown. Finally, the business plot's masterstroke is ready. Exhausting and unresolved debates have worn down the willpower of Congress to elect a vice president with absolute majority. A group of her more trustworthy senators is ready to bring George Moseley into his own as vice president and then to serve as president until Huey is found. This involves a very specific alteration to Article 2 in the 12th Amendment to allow for Moseley as president pro tempore to assume office. Any attempts to uncover the truth behind Huey's disappearance have gone nowhere. I love the Republic. I love the Republic. I hate democracy. There you go. So you've cemented our boys here in government. Our plot was successful. I'm not sure how many of those decisions you have to click correctly or incorrectly in order to pull it off. This is a bit of a piss off though, but I mean we'll be able to purge these Cindy's soon. And we need more military factories. Probably also need dockyards. But mostly military factories first. Persistence of anti-Semitism. With the great success of Fordism in America, there comes as well some critics of the ideas presented in Ford literature, especially within the Dearborn Independent articles describing a massive worldwide conspiracy of Jews has created backlash against Fordism. The public at large is beginning to question Ford's aging logic, and as Ford is not a very public man, his responses to the press have only damned him further. To Ford's critics, including other committee members, radical rhetoric must be pushed subtly and anonymously. Most of the committee, including George Van Horn Moseley, still agree with Ford's theories, but disagree on the medium to propagate those ideas as to not destabilize and renew America's international relations. I don't have political power though. I had a huge bank and I spent it all, and maybe stuff I shouldn't have. I don't know. Let's see. Let's give her a roll. We'll give her a roll here. We rolled a 2, so we will side with Ford. Once you start recovering from the Civil War, though, it should go a lot better for us. Start decrypting the cipher on those sneaky Japs. They're going to have to pay for nationalizing our automotive companies, won't they? That is what we like to call not acceptable. And what template is this? Let's get ourselves. We actually had enough sport equipment for that. I'm not even making sport equipment. Oh dear. Doctrines. Yeah, keep on your doctrines. We'll go for the fire brigades. And where's our research slot in this path? It's down here. Getting bombed. So you might want the COINTELPRO. Get the extra political power gain. Business Supply also has like some real nice stuff down. Like, I don't know if I guess probably just AUS in general, but 20% factory output, you get 15% military factory construction speed on top of the 10% you already get here, and the 4% you get there. Yeah, let's go for the Cointel Pro. We'll need that political power. I said those traitorous African Americans went to take refuge in Canada, huh? What, they don't think business is good for African Americans? We'll have to see. Patriotism or profits? A conflict of interest has arisen between the market and the War Powers Committee. A recent speech given by Roger Babson highlighted the hypocrisy of multinational corporations that both claim to be patriotic while also opening factories in European syndicalist nations. Aaron Fred Koch fired back by stating that the market and American people want their businesses to succeed as an extension of patriotism. While the War Powers Committee leads several multinational corporations, we have noticed a strong uptick in domestic sales that could remove the risk of retreating from foreign markets. It's time for the committee to settle the national debate. Let's roll die here. I've rolled a 4. Patriotism is our business. Cool. We get 100, fat 100 PP. Very nice. The Hollywood list. We know that Hollywood has always acted above the law. Its mere existence in California an attempt to dodge intellectual property laws. Moreover, it is no secret that some artists there had hoped for a syndicalist victory over our great American republic. Their folly must be exposed and their sedition prosecuted. We'll film their trials. 50 manpower, huh? Keep on building up our intel network here in Japan. And infiltrate their navy. We need to fight these bombings. Let's fight the terrorists. See, a real American pastime, fighting terrorism. Maybe we should put this guy as our frontline general. He doesn't have adaptable though, he has bridges. Unfortunately, we didn't get a train trait on Patton. I don't know, I guess we'll just go with that guy for now. And Bridges guy. And we'll be able to get Panzer Leader later. You get Panzer Leader pretty easily just by playing with the tanks. The train traits are a lot harder to actually get, and they are pretty important, so having Bridges and adaptable is very nice. Right, now the syndicalist bombing. Second American plan. Although the syndicalists are defeated and their members are gone to ground, there still remains the threat of Union growth by Huey Long foolishly promising. There's still the threat of Union growth Huey Long foolishly promised. A proposal from Congress may be able to remedy this. The original American plan was legislation proposed during the Wilson administration to guarantee employers' ability to challenge union activities. The foolish Congress under McAdoo failed to properly ensure this right, but the new American Republic will correct that. The American plan will allow individual states to pass right-to-work laws and authorize federal courts to prosecute union activity violating those laws. Business rights, not union rights. It's just good business. We're missing carrier fighters and attack bombers. Fair enough. We also need to get like our construction technology up and stuff too. Alright, so do that and we will start rebuilding the country. Watch our sport equipment count. We're gonna run out. Oh, we got 5 factories on it now though. We weren't making any for like a long ass time. It looks like Argentina has 1. That's great. We'll maybe go up to, let's go to 30 on rifles and we'll start building planes. And how far down is the Manifest Destiny focus to actually attack Canada? I think it's like, it's still a while. Yeah, construction. Get yourself some air cobras. Do you want to send volunteers anywhere? I mean, we could help the legations against the Japanese, but I mean, really, I think if Japan kills them, it's more convenient for us later. Who else is Japan at war with? Got Nat Pop, Vietnam. These guys are also Entente. I don't really want to help the Entente out all that much though. And I guess if Japan takes all that, we can just like, kill them and take it back. So yeah, I guess that's fine. Mother's movement clashes with feminists. One of the least likely sources to support within the America First Party came from Mothers Movements. The Mothers Movements are a group of religiously minded conservative women who aligned with the radical elements that sought to undermine Huey Long. Now that Huey Long is gone, leaders like Alma Bridwell White and Elizabeth Dilling now direct hysteria against suspected socialists. The marches have also demonstrated a xenophobia against Catholics and blacks. Their position within this new America is tenuous, as the highest members of our government regard the 19th Amendment with only slightly more respect than the 13th through 15th. But they're useful for now. Okay. More bombings. To fight those terrorists. So rebuild our country. The military-industrial complex. Well, I'm putting more factories on guns, so we'll get there eventually. I lost Cyrenaica. Damn Federalists. This is like a truck guys, huh? And an artillery specialist. Have to infiltrate their army too. Vietnam has capitulated. Oh, it's a bit dull. Reconstruction is always dull, yeah. Yeah, definitely better to win the Civil War early in the two-way. Definitely, hands down. I think we had almost cleared Reconstruction by 39, I think. Oh, looks like it's a bit of a stalemate over here. Russia still has not decided to attack. I guess they went for non-expansionism. I don't know, like that's super weird. These are bonuses to try and get that retention tech. Down there. Then we can slam down dispersed too. Begin a reconstruction. We need to rebuild America. It's probably not worth it sending the army. We need our political power for reconstruction decisions. Fucking Cindy bombing. Alright, so we infiltrated their navy. Let's go for the army infiltration. Who do they have? They have 72% Navy information. They have 4 dreadnoughts, 3 armored cruisers, 6 carriers. Get that dispersed industry. Still need more rifles though. Put the 40 guns then. Some guys on the Mexican border. Probably don't need trucks anymore. Probably need to take a little bit of land. And then we can get them the peace deal. Ooh, Japan declared war on Fengtian government. Excellent. You know, then we can help Fengtian out against Japan, maybe. Shit, I also forgot air volunteers. Zhang Zuliang's in charge now. Okay. Sent 258 fighters. That's good. They'll give us a chance to hurt Japan. Fucking bombings. Fuck off with the bombings. Alright, so you guys should be... let's duplicate this. I think we're building SPAA I saw there, so we'll have... go like that. Japan probably has planes. It's doing reconstruction. I think we probably do reconciliation. It's a business plot. Like, we're all about making money, not personal grudges, right? You also need that research slot too, though. American business is business. So they're infiltrating their army. Get some passive defense. Fight terrorists. 6 days till that still. So we build the steel belt. It looks like Transfer hasn't expanded out at all, so that's great for us. Nope. So Russia did their sneaky Molotov-Ribbentrop clone with Ottoman. Now they're going to war. November 1940. That's a bit late. Now they can't pierce us. Self bridges. We'll have to deal with the Transamerians. So maybe the Feng Tian will be open to selling out to American business. Fight terrorists. Don't have any bonuses left for that at the moment. We'll get that later, though. Let's go for mechanized. And we also need that research slot. More Cindy bombings. I think their capital's over there. Oh, learning Panzer leader. It might be a while. Of course, we already have like a bunch of traits in this general, but adaptable is very strong. Alright, transfer capitulates. Looks like the Japanese did like another invasion over here, though. Let's rebuild the Pacific coast. Still need more military factories, though. No, looks like Mongolia decided to join in on the fun too. If a bunch of Japanese die here and then like Feng Tian dies to Mongolia, then that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? It'd be like the best case scenario for us. Alright, research slot. Fucking research slot. Probably don't need fuel at the moment. Radar would be pretty good. Get the advanced cruiser hull. So maybe we just want to continue our land doctrine. Let's do reconciliation. Up our stability. Oh, we got more Japanese skill over here. I would imagine Feng Tian, I would hope they can handle Mongolia by themselves. We can steal their cipher. Well, looks like we're gonna get a few kills in Japan anyways. That's pretty nice. I'll probably get Fading Sun. It means they'll just be legations. That still sets us up for war with Germany, though. Although, you know, maybe they will collapse. We'll see. By terrorists. You know, these patent plan tanks are pretty cool. The fucking speed on these guys is just obnoxious. At 11 kilometers per hour. I think that's like the same speed as like a normal, like a truck or something. Like a truck, I think it's 12. Like they're almost as fast as a motorized unit. Do a reconciliation. Back on that world stage. I guess that capture cipher off is a little bit pointless then, isn't it? Start working on the Germans. It's gonna be psychological warfare. Let's also start maybe setting up some compliance or some collaboration government ops in Canada and Mexico. Like we're gonna take them. Like we'd like to have more compliance, of course. I think that's it for this episode. So next episode, we'll be going down the Manifest Destiny path, and we'll go to war with the Entente. And I think Mexico is already in the Entente here, so that'll be 2 for 1 we get with that one focus. And we'll see how much damage we can do. Like I think we did a pretty good amount of damage to Japan. What war is that? He got merged. Looks like it. Killed almost 1 million Japanese that died in China, so that's pretty good. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Levy Freeman signing out.